Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout 4 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at the Adam's Axe mod, which is being made by user Guido500. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is a fun new decorated ceremonial axe for the children of Adam, which is of course the Adam's Axe, and this is a pretty neat little weapon. Now, normally I don't care too much for melee things in this game, but the idea of sort of a ceremonial blade for the children of Adam is kind of a neat idea, and as you can see on the blade there, it's got some pretty good detail to it that I quite enjoy, even if I probably will never use it as an actual weapon. It's just neat to have. So let's jump on over here and have a look at what we do exactly get here with Adam's Axe, which is, of course, a melee weapon that actually does two kinds of damage, doing 28 physical damage and 25 radiation damage, because of course it does. It does also have a speed of medium and a pretty decent little weight of 4. As you can see here, it's a pretty nicely put together weapon. I love the sort of half and half nature to it, where it seems to be half just haphazardly thrown together with just a stick and some crappy leather wrapped around the base of it. And then you have the far more detailed blade with all the cool symbology for the children of Adam. It's kind of a neat little mix of the two types of styles there that I find intriguing, and honestly something that kind of seems like the children of Adam would do. And I do just love the designs on this thing. It is very neat and, you know, works quite well if you are going with a Children of Adam player for your RP in the game, which is pretty darn cool. Now, no matter how much I do like this thing, I'll admit I do have two minor issues with it. One is the blade is super shiny. Far more shiny than I honestly think it should be, because, I mean, I don't imagine just anything of the children of Adam being clean and shiny. And yes, when you have this thing out in the sun, you can see it really reflects the light a lot. It looks like all these blades are darn near glowing. Which, now that I think about it, actually kind of makes sense for the children of Adam. Maybe my one of two issues isn't that big of an issue. But it does also mean that if you're in full light with this thing, you know, it's kind of hard to see all the neat detail to it. Now, the other minor issue that I do have, and perhaps it'll be changed in the future, I don't know, I kind of doubt it just from what the mod maker says on this page, but there are sadly no modifications for this weapon whatsoever. I would have loved to have seen something in there, like even if it was just sharpening it more or something to make it do more damage. So this 28 and 25 is the most you're ever going to be able to do, outside of course, going with any perks that help you with your melee damage. Which, since I'm not big on melee weapons generally, I don't know quite how that compares to other melee things. So who knows, maybe my concerns with that isn't as big as you might think. But still, just as an interesting weapon, I do quite like this thing. Now, I should mention how you do get it because, well, you can see I've got a number of these on my tables, as per usual. But in reality, there is only one Adam's Axe in the entire game, and you'll find it over on the eastern side of the map at Kingsport Lighthouse. And specifically, you're gonna go all the way up to the top of the lighthouse where that ghoul is, and the whole idea is that this is a ceremonial axe they use to kill humans to feed to said glowing one, which is, again, kind of a neat idea. I like that little bit of story for why this axe exists. Now, other than finding that one singular one, you can of course do what I did and cheat all these in with console commands, but yes, this is a unique weapon that only exists in one place in the world. So let's take a look at how it does fare in combat, and I am not fighting a Deathclaw today because, oh boy, I will die using this. So let's just spawn a bandit to start, or rather a raider's scum here, and ow, how dare you hit me! Alright, you know, pretty good. Took him down almost in one singular shot. Let's, whoops, wrong button. Let's pop another one in, and There we go. One shot down on him, and he almost murdered me. Oh boy, I guess that's, that is what happens when you aren't wearing any armor, and you're basically right at the beginning of the game. Good times, good times. Let's load in, like, one more. Sure, why not? And just try and get a good heavy hit on him. There we go, and he's dead. Magnificent. But yeah, that's really all there is to talk about this thing. Wow, I also just noticed how bloody this thing gets with how bright and white it is. That is a little disturbing. Nice. But yeah, that's really all there is to talk about this thing. It's just a very simple little axe for you to play around with and maybe use for your Children of Adam RP character if you so desire. But yeah, if you'd like to take a look at this mod for yourself, which I'd certainly recommend you go and do, you can have a look at the link in the description, as per usual. But that, my friends, is going to be it for this one today. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and you come back for the next win. We'll hopefully be looking at another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.